there, I am Svila Bekin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please hit the little belly icon so you're notified when new videos drop. I have just come, hot foot, from seeing Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Godzilla, as they call it in the movie. And I know why it's being review bombed by the critics, by the official critics. And it's not because it's a bad movie. Because it's not. It's tons of fun. It's everything you would hope for from a Godzilla movie. Look, I'm not a Godzilla maven. I'm not a Godzilla expert. I watch Godzilla movies like on Sunday afternoons or Sunday mornings, when they had them on TV when I was a kid. And I love them. I always loved them. They're just so much fun. And who doesn't like seeing two giant monsters that rip each other apart? So imagine one of those movies and put it through a $100 million filter. Which I have to say, I kind of like them when there was obviously a man in a suit. Although Godzilla does have a lot of humanity and human characteristics carried over from how they used to make the Godzilla movies, a man in the suit. But it's far better than the first one. I enjoyed the first one too. Still, I tell you, my favorite giant kaiju movie I think has to be what's it called again? Pacific Rim. Never saw the second one because you need somebody like Guillermo del Toro who has a love and understanding of genre to really pull that off. My second favorite kaiju movie or a presentation would be the South Park episode where they had a giant Barbara Streisand. I think she was in that one, and Godzilla and Mothra. And you have all the monsters in this one. You have Mothra, Godzilla, Rodan, the three-headed one. I can't remember what it's called. But again, tons of fun. You get into the action straight away. The story works. The story works very well. There's character development. There's a lot of the Godzilla tropes. Godzilla is clearly fighting for and with humanity for most of the movie, and it's really truly a joy to behold. It's part of a larger universe, which is a kind of a tired trope now. It does segue into Godzilla vs. King Kong. It's not a spoiler because it's on IMDb. That's being made. Kong Skull Island, and that was also in the series. That's the, I would say, I'm not sure which one's better. I think this is a better movie than Kong Skull Island. I thought that was pretty good. Funny enough, Kong Skull Island, I didn't even realize it was Brie Larson in it now. Now if I watch it again, there's like this Brie Larson taint in everything when I know what a deeply obnoxious personality she is. Anyway, I digress. The reason it's being critic bombed by the shield critics is it proves a theory I had for a while. This movie is, I am calling it the first Comicsgate movie. Now, I want to be clear. I've never read a Comicsgate comic. I ordered them. I'm looking forward to getting my copy of Jawbreakers when it's shipped, and Cyberfrog. I'm excited to read. I've never actually read a Comicsgate comic. I'm hoping it's just going to be a return to the center, a return to normalcy. Maybe right of center instead of left of center. I don't really care, but I don't want to. I'm looking for a return to balance. So, a lot of things one thing that's been destroying our entertainment for a good year, maybe two, is it being used heavy-handedly to project a social message that the people making it strongly believe in, and they're basically idiots. I've said this before. The trouble with identity politics one of the troubles with identity politics is it's moronic. It's stupid. It makes you have to evaluate somebody on the most puerile level possible, and whoever has the greatest oppression points against them is the most virtuous, which is ridiculous. You have to evaluate people on their character. If someone's an arsehole, they're an arsehole. Where there's ever people, there are arseholes. And there seems to be a lot of people who very much believe in identity politics who are arseholes, who are just vile arseholes. I see them online all the time. And they're really the worst of humanity I can possibly imagine. So this movie does the opposite of that. This movie, the villain, and this is a mild spoiler, so if you don't want any spoilers at all, turn off now. Please like, share, and subscribe before you turn off, and I've already got your view count, so got you in. But spoiler warning, mild spoiler warning, not major spoiler warning. The source of the evil, the source of the enemy, is, I would say, a very clear an allegory to the popular solutions for climate change, which and essentially they're saying those solutions will destroy the world because they clearly will. I think the villain is an allegory for AOC. In that she's a misguided idiot who thinks she knows better than everybody else, is really going to destroy the world. And it's no coincidence that you have. I wish I could remember. I should have done a little bit of research before I did this record this, but I just wanted to get it out there. The big three-headed big bad monster. You have it sitting on the Capitol building, just showing the fruit of their destructive policies. I'm probably going to be in trouble for questioning the solution to climate change, because then you're going to say, "What are you, anti-science?" Blah! No, not really. I just don't know the science. Although it's funny, the people who always scream science are also the people who scream, how important to accept transgenderism is. And I'm sorry, I think a penis is intrinsically male, a vagina intrinsically female. I don't think we should destroy women's sport or women's spaces. I think that's a bad thing, and I think it's anti-science. But in the same breath, they're very into the science of climate change, which I kind of like. Again, as a reasonably impartial observer, seems to be they're fibbing an awful lot. They say the world's going to end. Look, we have the science report, and then the science report is that everything's doing better than they predicted. So I don't know. Maybe don't fib so much, and I'll believe you. But so again, my feeling is people who are very much into very excited about climate change and very disturbed by it are people who really want us to completely reorganize our social economic system, and it won't do any good anyway. If climate change is going to destroy the world, I'm saying you should go to the places that are the biggest problem of climate change, which is like India and China. And I guess you would have to do some kind of military intervention to enforce your Green New Deal on them, as well as us, which they should be very happy with, because you say it's going to be brilliant. You get paid even if you don't want to work. Although they said that was a mistake when they put that out. And really, if you're going to completely reorganize society, if I can't trust you to put out a thing on your website, a paper on your website, I'm not going to trust you to meddle with the economy. But I digress. Back to Godzilla. It's tons of fun, and the shill media is trying to kill it. And so this is a theory that I've had for a while, that the shill media are not always being paid off to be shills. They're ideological shills. They very much believe in this worldview, this identity politics driven worldview, which again I think is kind of dumb. And so they support anything that supports it, and they attack anything that doesn't. So even if it doesn't support it, they attack it. So this contradicts it. So I think they're going to savage this. I think we can expect to see Twitter people going crazy over the next few days, and it's going to be fun to watch. So that's why I call it. Excuse me, I still have a cough. Believe it or not, this is getting better. But I was really sick about a week ago. Anyway, so they're gonna be freaking out, because this is not only of the group mind, it's against the group mind. So I have no idea how it even got made. I'm very glad it did, because it's going to be funny, and it was a fun, enjoyable movie. I think you should go out and watch it now. I think you should pull the rug out from these experts, these reviewers, these people who want to tell you what is right and wrong. You go and see it for yourself. You go and enjoy it. And it is. Genuinely, it's tons and tons of fun. Giant monsters fighting each other. Who doesn't like that? If you don't like that, there's something wrong with you. I am Sina Betkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. I only got about 40 subscribers. Get me up to 100. And then when I get to 100, get me to 200. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Bye.